Have you ever wanted more money or more time? Better health? Well, we can get that using data, and that's what this video is about. So I don't want to waste your time. Let's get to it. This is what your grocery store doesn't want you to know: data analysis. So we'll do this using raw data, converting it to a CSV, comma separated value, then analyzing it. We'll be using a few tools. The first is Notepad++, and that's what you see right here. It's an open source software available on the internet. Shout out to the developers, thank you. It's a wonderful program. You can also use VS Code for this Notepad function. You'll be using your favorite LLM, ChatGPT in this case. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it works. You must be logged in to be able to do this on ChatGPT. Next, we'll need our data, and we'll go over that here in a bit. Then we'll be using LibreOffice, which is another open source software, and it is awesome. Our scenario. I think a lot of us buy groceries every week. There's this weekly ad that Publix, grocery store chain, refreshes every single week, and it has these items, buy one get one free. They're pretty cool. You can add them to a list. It's a nice UI, and it's fun for building some data scenarios, and also practical. So I've added a few here, and one thing I wanted to bring to your attention is here they have an example of the price. Sometimes it can vary, but once you get to the shopping list here, no price to be found. It does have up in this corner a count of your items for this list, but even at the bottom here, there's no apparent count or right at the top, so not really rich in terms of data points or checking different scenarios. So that's what we'll be doing here. If you go to Manage List and Print, you can left click and drag to select everything, and then Control C to copy. We're going to bring it over here and Control V to paste. So we've done a few things here. One, we've removed any hidden HTML elements, and we can confirm this by this little character right up here. Clicking that, it shows us any hidden characters, or this icon right up here rather. So all we have are CR and LF, which is carriage return or line feed, and that's just a new line. So I'll click that to get back to where we were, and our patterns. So we'll be using these patterns here to interface with our LLM and have it do our data processing for us. The first 4 lines are the header rows. So we have item, quantity, location, additional information. Our items themselves are right now delimited by these breaking spaces, which is not great if we're doing this manually and we need to press backspace a bunch of times and put in our commas, or if we're even doing some command line text processing or something. It's fun, but not always practical, and not always time efficient, especially nowadays. So we're going to take those things that we just discussed and bring them into our prompt. So our prompt will say, please help me turn this into a CSV. You've got to say please, because you never know when the robots are going to take over. And we'll give it what we know. The first 4 rows are headers. The rows of items are separated by breaking spaces. Pretty simple. We don't need to be too verbose about it. We're trying to save time and money here. So we'll just copy everything and paste it in and pull the lever. Okay, and so we can already see here, it's given us our CSV. So we'll copy this, and we will take it over here and Control V. We'll paste it right in here, which is a much more readable format. So we went from this to this in just a few seconds, just by asking nicely. So let's copy this and take it over here to LibreOffice. and we'll just Control V. And thank you again, open source developers. It presented us this text wizard, text import wizard, and already detected our comma as a separator and shown us the preview here. Everything looks okay. So we'll press OK. And you can see here we have the ability to, insert some more columns. Let's say we want a price column. I've worked ahead here, so we'll go ahead and pull up our grocery list. So what I've done is I've added this price column and this price computed column. And if you'll recall, our grocery list on the generic grocery store's website did not have prices on it. So with this empty column, what I did is I went through and noticed they have a great search capability where you can actually pull up the product. It will show you the price, and you can bring it in here and, just go item by item. And it looks like I might have the incorrect price there. That's okay. But now we know. So I went a step further too when I was doing this, and it's New Year's. You want to, try to watch your health to see, what's in what you're purchasing. So they have the nutrition facts available, which is another cool data point to bring in if you like, and a list of ingredients. So you can actually see what your, nutritional density of your meals is looking like. Make sure that you're spending, the money on something that's going to benefit you. So again, I've mocked up these prices, but I've done this exercise before a couple times, and it was very helpful. But what this does as well, getting into this format, it allows us to run some scenarios. So on that, nutritional question, maybe it's after New Year's, and I have talked myself into foregoing the ice cream, at least for this round, and I see here, maybe I don't want to spend that much on this item. I've already knocked a pretty good amount off of my grocery bill total. And take it a step further. I guess I don't need onion rings this time, but maybe I wanted a couple more of those breakfast burritos, which was a pretty good value there. And so you start to see some real benefit just with a couple steps getting into this format. And I'll go ahead and wrap it here, but I'll switch back to this first text document so you can see we, found some open source software on the internet, used a free ChatGPT account, and, leveraged another open source component, LibreOffice. So just with a little manual pipeline, we have a good utility and a good capability here. What this allows us to do too is go in with a plan and know how much we're spending and knock everything out really quickly because we already know what we're getting. So thank you for watching, and I hope to share some more tips with you in the future. Thanks. Bye.